so frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he's going to go up top. Snags it on the right. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, there's no secret who this offense wants to get the ball to. And on the very first play, they find a matchup on the outside one-on-one. They take a shot to him vertically down the field, and he does the rest. He is so athletic, and he is going to be a problem for this defense all game long.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the Boston College Eagles offense has its first opportunity of the day. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offense's day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
See if they can get the edge on the jet sweep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
You got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Using the quick game.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Unleashes it. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete. And the Canes are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw it again. Fires downfield. A strike downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's John. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes.
Time to take a shot. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Cade. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's John. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Boston College will send out the punt team. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He's going to get loose. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Quick release by the QB. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Miami.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's John. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. BC has it back and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it. There's time, but
Worry.
this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
Gets away. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Touchdown, Hurricane. The defense with the scoop and score.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Line gets set, first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Trying to escape and get it himself. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
He leaves it with the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Now they'll run the draw. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Now facing a 3rd and long. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking for a man. It's Wall. Fires to the tight end. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He's going for the big play. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Running toward the tape. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Boston College!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Trying to get to him. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Just find a way to make that first tackler whiff. He's out to the 21. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but
The expressway is wide open. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need
He'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. This should be the last play of the quarter. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Miami. And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
there's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
How is did he miss that? We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Looking downfield, it's Wall. Quarterback extends the play. Still running at the 40. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They'll try the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What can't you say about how dominant this guy has been each and every week? He's making a case for the Heisman Trophy. He's making a case for every major college football award. He's making a case to be the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. That's now his 20th sack of the season.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet sink at the sticks, you understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Secures it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Ball is loose. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. He wants to throw. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's going up top. Got it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the 1st half.
And the Canes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Give him 6. Touchdown, Canes. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistake.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. Boston College will send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll run it to the right. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Brings up 2nd down.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Miami.
The Canes are threatening on 1st and goal. Direct snap. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Snap it to the back. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in and week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. BC has it back and the Eagle offense returns to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
Feeling some heat. Quarterback moving. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, 2nd and 3rd and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to take a shot. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
And the Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. You got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Coming after him. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Hauls it in at the 40. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll pull it down. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess. Ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the pummeling has started.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, trickery! He'll try to run it in. They're not going to get there. Tried to sneak it in for the 2, and they'll get 0 instead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. At their own 25. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Akers. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. After moving the sticks with the pass, here we are on first down. Fast motion from the offense. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On second down, wants to throw it. He makes a catch. Flying out to the left. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
Man, what a nice ball. You can see he sees him running the corner route, lays it out in front, catches the ball, and nice job catching the ball, and then doing what? Getting upfield, not running out of bounds, not getting pushed out, not getting tackled. Nice job after the catch, getting vertical, getting to the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UCLA is running away with this one right now. It's kind of felt that way since we heard the first 8 clap today. They're up 14 over Illinois. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Firing to the right, complete. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the run.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy.
And he's got it at the 25. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right?
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Dropping back, it's Akers. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline, run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get them.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Setting up the screen. Makes a man miss. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of a guy in that slot position.
Really nice run. Rips off 6 on the play, but it brings up a 4th and 2. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. The offense set for a first down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Boston College will send out the punt team.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to... He's loose! And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Akers. Snags it over the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Pope. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Golden Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now on 2nd down. Jet sweep to the edge. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 3rd and long. He's going to have to throw for it. At the 45 on his way. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Back to pass, it's Akers. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on 2nd. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. Tackled after picking up the first down. No huddle here for the offense. They're going to ride this running back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the one that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on the first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Well, I think these guys have gone completely mental. They have lost their mind. The punt team is on the field, and they're in the red zone. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
To the air, it's Akers. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The aerial assault continues. This one's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Golden Eagles are on the move.
26-yard line. And first down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Hurtado. They get him down after he makes the catch.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. He's looking to pass. They're bringing heat. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He'll line it up from the right side. A 37-yarder coming up. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Getting some heat. Dances away. And he goes down back at the 1-yard line. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Little touch pass to the receiver. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say to the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff. And obviously, that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Swings it out to the flat. Just plowing down the field. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down. He has 89 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires and picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today. And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face.
Oh, look out! And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Scanning the field, it's Akers. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional.
He tries to take the top off. Makes the catch down the right side. Off he goes. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. This has to be some kind of trick. The punt team's on the field, and they're in the red zone. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll throw it on 1st down. Puck, he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. Just complete and utter dominance. And this one outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.